After 7 years and 30,000 miles, my dad and stepmom are approaching halfway into their sail around the world. It's June 2018, and I'm meeting up with them for their final 600-mile stretch of the eastern coast of Australia. This stretch was from Cooktown to Thursday Island, along part of Australia called Far North Queensland, which is very remote and has little civilization, even on the coast. I met up with them in history-rich Cooktown, Australia, named after Captain James Cook, who, while mapping the eastern coast of Australia for the first time in the late 1700s, hit a nearby reef and used this bay as refuge to repair. Captain Cook was a major theme of my trip, as we followed a similar path to him and stopped at several of the same places he did. We even watched a 1980s documentary of his voyages throughout our trip. As Captain Cook did, we left Cooktown for Lizard Island, about a half-day trip to meet up with friends.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be in, I don't know, I'd guess an hour or so. We should be pulling into Cambridge.
How's it been out there? Looks a little sporty, yeah?
Actually, it's been a gorgeous day. Beam reach all the way up, 15 to 20 knots of wind, scooting along 7, 8 knots. Waves aren't too bad.
Amazing, because in here we've had pretty much steady 22, 25 knots with higher gusts all morning and summer.
Now we've been, we're at 20 true right now, and it's been down to 15 up to 22, so hovering in there. But we've been scooting along very nicely.
My dad and stepmom met their friends Jack and Mars on their boat Escape Velocity way back in the Galapagos several years ago, and they caught up with them even further south in Australia. With no cell phone reception, most conversations happen on VHF or SSB radio. Cruisers tend to go at their own pace, but we'll try to meet up when possible, although you never know when that might be. The name Lizard Island was given to it by Captain Cook when he passed it on August 12, 1770, although we didn't see any lizards here. It's about 10 square kilometers, with a research center on one end and an ultra-luxury resort on the other. Couldn't be more than 100 people on the island at one time, and we came to learn that Amazon's CEO, Jeff Bezos, was here vacationing at the resort, flown in by a private jet.
Reverse. Yeah, there's supposed to be a little restaurant, not part of the resort, that is open 2 days a week here. Do you know what days those are, or any information?
I know nothing of this. Over.
Yeah, do you want some information on the Marlin Bar?
Yes. Absolutely. What do you got?
Yeah, we're in the powerboat beside you on your starboard side. They're open Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. Friday to night is pizza night. Monday is hamburger and chips or steak and chips. And Wednesday is a tapas night.
Oh, that sounds great. Where exactly is it? Over.
If you look across towards the resort, that furthest point is Chinaman's Point. It's just around the corner. Easy to see. It's pretty open. There's a bar there that carries spirits, beer, wine, etc. And yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Back to you.
So where does one pull up the dinghy? Over.
On the beach, straight in front, and it's all clear. There's a few bombies. High tide, you can sneak across there in a rubber duck. If it's a lower tide, it's best to follow the reef markers around, either towards the beach here at Watson's Bay or behind this middle reef to our starboard side, and just follow your way in. Yeah, there's plenty of water, it's sand. You'll need a pair of thongs or some footwear when you go into the bar. That's about the only criteria.
Thank you for all that. What's your name?
Thirsty Dog's the name of the boat here.
Thank you very much for that information. Appreciate it.
Okay.
The anchorage there is not so good, apparently. They recommend that we anchor at Horn and take the ferry over. But,
Depending on when we get up there, you got to remember there's 50 boats that we know that are probably going to be anchored there.
I know. Under the cockpit rather than under the, ours are under the berths. So under their berths, huge amounts of storage. So they just have the space to do this. That would have, but yeah, you throw back.
Well, the galley was a deal
This was a really smart move. Because with all the work that you have
They didn't know what to do with it. They kept grabbing it, and another one would grab it, and they're dragging it around.
Captain Cook came to Lizard Island to escape the labyrinth of the Great Barrier Reef. He climbed Lizard's high peak, where the reef was more visible, to find a path to the open sea. Like him, we set sail to the nearby reef, but to tie up at Cod Hole, one of the best known dive sites in the world, where you can swim with 200-pound codfish.
good.
This is what a major reef structure looks like from above water. Just beneath the surface is a metropolis of marine life and those huge cod. Unfortunately, it was too rough to tie up here and swim, so we had to turn around and head back to Lizard. After fixing a shower hose leak and enjoying a couple chapters of my book, we are anchored again at Lizard Island. We stayed here for another night before heading further north along the coast to meet up with more cruisers, have an international 4th of July beach party, and explore centuries-old Aborigine cave paintings.